Oops. What's up, duelists? Had a few people on my last video comment, say they wanted some combo test hands, and I'm here to deliver that. Sorry if I'm not really fast uploading. I've never really done the YouTube stuff, really, but if I keep getting questions and stuff, I'll definitely do my best to show you guys and answer those questions. But yeah, let's get into the test hands. We'll go ahead and we will shuffle the deck, and just get like random card. Usually, like I would say 99.9% of the time, my deck does full combo, sometimes even through interruptions. But yeah, let's go ahead and cut the deck like an opponent would. We'll go ahead and we will draw 5 cards and start our turn. So right here we have 5 cards. So this is pretty much full combo. Like I said, guys, 2 monsters, full combo. You can stop at the Ash or anything, the Droll, whatever the hell they want to use against you, because you got called by the grave. So I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed to go off. But we can do, so we can normal summon the Cloak, and we can activate the emergency teleport. This is going to get us our 2 bodies on field, and we are going to wombo combo to oblivion. We'll go with the Psychic Wielder, shuffle our deck, send that. Now we can link 2 because we have 2 monsters. Go into Cherubini. Now you can use Cherubini's effect, and this is cost. People can Ash it, people can Effect Veiler it, people can Imperm it, but you're still sending that monster from your deck as cost, so it's going to go through regardless. So what I would do is I would send the we actually already have the Graph in hand. So what we can do is we kind of just line ourselves up for our next play, since we already have a Burning Abyss in our hand. So we'll send the Torn Scales. From here, since we have Burning Abyss in our hand, special. And from here we can link 3, and we can go into our Bardiche. Now, Bardiche can activate his effect to send a Phantom Knight monster, and what we are going to send is the gloves. And we will set a Fogblade. I'm just going to keep these face up so you guys can remember what all we're doing here. Now, from here, we can Cloak, and we can get our boots just to get us access to that rank up spell. So that's what we'll do. Cloak was banished while Torn Scales was in the graveyard, so Torn Scales' effect is going to activate to special summon himself. One thing that I do like to do is, like, when I special summon these guys back, I do like to special summon them in defense, just because sometimes, you know, you'll get interrupted, you know, you won't be able to do anything, and I feel it's better to keep these guys in defense than it is attack, so you don't take damage. But anyway, we'll special summon the boots because we control a Phantom Knight monster, and we can also go ahead and overlay these and go into our Break Sword. Now Bardiche is going to have an effect whenever a Dark XYZ monster is special summoned to a link zone that it points to. He can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So what we would do is we would destroy our own Break Sword to bring back 2 level 4 or 2 Phantom Knight monsters and increase the level by 1. So I would just special summon back out the Torn Scales and the gloves, and these guys are level 4 now. And we can go ahead and we can overlay these guys into our Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. And what we could also do is we can banish our boots. We can add our rank up spell. And it's optional to use this now or wait to use it on your opponent's turn. But I found that when I usually waited, I would sometimes run into like interruptions. Sometimes, you know, people just run things. I've been Book of Moon, I've been Book of Eclipse, I've had just random things set my Dark XYZ, Dark Rebellion face down. So what I like to do is rank up on my turn, and I would banish, probably just banish the Graph to be completely honest. And I would rank up our Dark Rebellion into Dark Requiem. And from here, we could have done some other things too. We could have like sent for our Torn Scales, but that's okay. I could set this. I mean, I could keep this in hand, or I could set it to interrupt my opponent next turn. But altogether, we have total of 4 negates, plus a protection from battle or card effect with this, and plus a permanent 500 attack boost. And we would also have a pop off of Bardiche Live, because Dark Requiem XZ can special summon something when he detaches a material, as long as he has Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Alright, so what we'll do is we will do another combo hand and just kind of see what we get. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something here from this video. So I'll go ahead and I will shuffle the deck again. And we'll kind of just go off. Okay, let's see here. Sorry about that. My dog was coming up on me. Go ahead and shuffle the deck. And we'll cut it like our opponent would cut it. And we will draw 5 cards. Alright, so this hand's already looking top notch. Yeah, this is a pretty awesome hand. What we can do is, since we control no monsters, we can special summon Speedroid Terratop, and he'll have an effect to where, sorry guys, the dog keeps coming over here. Go ahead and add the Takatomborg over to your hand. We'll attack it from Terratop. And from here, you can just kind of special summon this guy, and special summon because you control Speedroid, and go into your Cherubini. Yay! Cherubini will have an effect here. Since we already have the Tour Guides in hand, we really don't have to go into the Burning Abyss engine. We can kind of just pull those out with the Tour Guide. So what we will do is we will start to get our Phantom Knight engine going. So we'll send Torn Scales. And from here, we can normal summon the Tour Guide effect. We'll special out the... we'll just do this, actually, you know, just to prevent us from drawing a Tour Guide on our next turn, I'll just go ahead and go into the Scarm. And from here, we can link 3. And we can go into Bardiche, our boy, yay. No, Bardiche can have an effect where he can send a Phantom Knight, and then he can set a spell or trap. And from here, we'll just set the Fogblade. And now we got some cool plays, and you guys are gonna learn why I like Stained Greaves. So from here, I like Stained Greaves when I have boots in hand because it's just more extended. But anyway, we'll go Cloak effect. We will add the Stained Greaves, and since we banished a Phantom Knight while Torn Scale is in the graveyard, we will special out the Torn Scale. And since we special summoned a Phantom Knight, we can special summon this guy for free. And since we control a Phantom Knight monster, we can special summon this guy for free. And pretty much, you can just go ahead and do this. We can recycle our banish pile just to line us up for next turn. We'll detach this, we'll bring this out in attack position, and we'll activate his effect to target the Bardiche and have him gain 800 attack. Now from here, we can just kind of do this, overlay these. We can go into our Breaksword effect, or not Breaksword, Bardiche effect is going to pop the Breaksword, and then we'll bring back 2. And I'll just bring back the Torn Scales and the Cloak. And from here, we can overlay the here. And I like to keep my zones open for my Bardiche. I'll go into the I'll tell you what, guys, actually, we wouldn't want to do that. We'd want to wait. So when you bring this back off of your Break Sword, you'd probably want to activate his effect and pitch the Tour Guide. So you can send an extra card. And from here, I would send the Wings. I like to keep the Fog Blades because those are more interactive. And then he'll send Ragged Gloves. Now from here, we can go ahead and we can overlay these guys that are level 4 and go into our Evil Swarm Nightmare. And then we can Wings and bring back our Gloves. Yeah, it's really just whatever you guys want to go into at this point. You could go into an Appaloosa play, but I would definitely want to keep my Bardiche alive. So I mean, really, could just go into my Dante. And if my Dante gets into Grave, I could always recycle back my Cherubini and do everything over again. But we'd go ahead and reactivate Dante's effect. We'd send that. We'd mill 3 more cards. You know, it is what it is. And from here, we could always boots, add the Fog Blade, and we can always Gloves to send a Fog Blade, just to have a revive for our Break Sword to have an interruption next turn. There we go. Let's set these. Oh, keep those up. We got this in hand. All together, guys, we have 2 negates. We have 2 interruptions with Nightmare. And we also have a pop with Bardiche with the Fog Blade and the Break Sword. And that's pretty much that field, which is pretty good. And I mean, always if they attack your Dante, you can always recycle back your Cherubini. And there's also lines of plays where like you can, you know, keep recycling back the Graph or the Seer and keep bringing back the Dante, which is pretty cool. So we can go ahead and do this. And do this there, use this. Now you guys kind of want to see some combos. There's a few 1-card combos. You got this. You got Terratop. You have Tour Guide. You have. Oh, where's that? You also have Reinforcement of the Army. These are pretty much all your 1-card combos, and you run 10 of them. So you know you'll probably always have one of these in your hand when you start the game. I guess I'll kind of just show you guys some 1-card combos. We'll start with Torn Scales. Torn Scales effect. He's gonna make you pitch a card, so we'll just throw out our random card because you know we'll have cards in hand, and we'll send the Cloak. Now from here, you could always Cloak to banish to add the boots, and then you can special the boots because you control Phantom Knight. And you can go into this, go into your Cherubini, and then you can have your Cherubini effect go off to send the Graph, and then Graph effect can go off. And he can special the Skarm. And then from here, we could go into these guys. You can, oh, I don't know why I'm looking at my deck. Go into Bardiche, and you can activate the Bardiche's effect to send gloves and to set let's do this. Now that's pretty much what you would do. If you had extenders, you could probably do more. You know, it's pretty much this with all this one. You know, you'd have more cards in hand, so you'd definitely be able to go into like Olivier or go into your Break Sword. Yeah. From here, we could just go ahead and banish your gloves. You could send any of the cards that'll revive it. So you can send either Break Sword or you can send Wings. We'll send Wings. Torn Scales is going to activate because Vanillite was banished. And we'll get him out. And then we'll Wings, and we'll bring back out the Silent Boots. Now from here, you could just overlay these two. Go into your Break Sword. Bardiche effect, can pop him, bring back out 2 Phantom Knight monsters, so you bring these back out. Overlay them. And from here, you could go into your Dark Rebellion, and then next turn you could rank up and go into your Dark Reckoning. And that's just 2 monsters, guys. You know, it's pretty easy stuff. You're going to be doing a lot of the same things with this deck. But it's all about recycling, you know, just keep having cards to keep grinding. If you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh, you're not going to win Yu-Gi-Oh. Remember that, duelists. But we'll go ahead and we will... Actually, we were already doing the one-hand combos. My bad, guys. I'm still kind of new to this stuff. I've never really done anything like this. But, yeah. We'll start with the Tour Guide combo next. So we'll go Tour Guide effect, special out the graph. Here we link 2, go into Cherubini. Graph effect would activate, we would go ahead and we would special out Skarm. Oh, don't do that yet. You want a Cherubini effect. Can't forget to send a card for that. So you get Cherubini effect, you would send Torn Scales. And then you link 3. Your Bardiche effect. You could send Cloak and set Fogblade. And from here, you get Cloak effect to add the boots. Torn Scales with special. You get special boots. Overlay these 2. Bring Break Sword, Bardiche effect, pop. Bring back 2 Phantom Knights, increase the level by 1, so you bring them back. And from there, you could Evil Swarm Nightmare. And that's already, you know, you still have 4 cards in hand with all these 1-card combos. So, I mean, this is really all you're doing with 1 card. You know, you'd have more extenders in your hand. You could really just build boards on boards on boards. Now we'll go on to the Terratop combo. Terratop. Terratop. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? We'll find him eventually, guys. Find him eventually. Okay, Terratop. Cool. We got him. So this is the 1-card combo. You control no monsters. You'd special him. His effect would activate to let you add a Speedroid. Okay. So this guy can special since you control a Speedroid. And you can link these off into link 2. And you can go into your Cherubini. Cherubini's effect could go off. And you can send the graph, and the graph effect would activate and special describe. One thing to keep in mind is I've kind of just been doing these 1-card combos. I haven't been going to the end phase. Every turn when you get this out on the field off a graph or a tour guide, you're gonna add a tour guide at the end phase. So just keep that in mind. Don't forget you want that follow up. And from here, we can just link these 2 away and go into our Rusty Bardiche. This combo is a little different too, because I mean, you still have 4 cards in hand. You're gonna have an extra extender to kind of send your Phantom Knights. So the Speedroid Terratop combo isn't really crazy. Kind of just requires like more cards in your hand, and you're gonna have like a normal summon and stuff. So yeah, you can extend more with this board, but this is what you can do with a Terratop. And you know, you can activate Bardiche effects and Torn Scales instead of Spell Trap. Now let's see a 2-card combo. Let's say we had a Torn Scales and we just had a Psychic Wielder. Now let's just get some blank cards in our hand, just because I want you guys to know, like, gonna have your cards in your hand. So I got 4 cards here. I got 5 of Torn Scales. I would normal Torn Scales. I would special this. I would activate Torn Scales effect, pitch a card, and send the Cloak. And from here, I would link these 2 away. Go into Cherubini. Cherubini effect. I would send the graph, and then graph effects would activate to bring the Skarm, and you can link these away, go into link 3, and you activate Bardiche's effect, and you could send gloves, and you could set a Fog Blade. And you can kind of just see how crazy this deck can get just from all this, man. Because I mean, you already got all the names in the world that you need. But anyway, we'll go ahead with Cloak effect, and we will add a Boots. Torn Scales will special. And then we'll special this because we control Phantom Knight monster. And then we can overlay these 2. Go into a Break Sword, and then we can Bardiche effect. Pop these 2, bring back 2. Pop this and bring back 2. And you can just bring these guys back if you wanted to. And you overlay this. go into your Dark Valiant. And you can boots effect. You can add the rank up spell. And then you can activate it. You can banish the graph. And you can rank this guy up. So, this is 4 negates. And you have 2 cards in hand. It could be an interruption, it could be any card really. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys would possibly want like more 2-card combos or possibly even 3-card combos, you guys can let me know. I'll do those. But yeah, this is pretty much, you know, basics and stuff. You know, you learn this, you keep practicing, you know, you'll see you can extend even more. You'll see you can do bigger boards. Don't forget at the end phase when you go into your Scarm, you know, I don't think I did it once this video, but always add your tour guide off your Scarm at the end phase. You know, you'll end off with 3 cards in your hand at the end phase. So that's a follow-up for your next turn. So yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys learned a little bit. If you have any questions about the combos or anything, feel free to leave a comment. A like is always liked. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day.